What's going on, guys? It's Tetrosphere, and we are back with another round of the Maze of the Master 3v3 case tournament at GalaxyBusterTCG. On the left, we have Sam. On Fire King on the right, the Devin Davis on Odion. Let's jump right on in. Players have already rolled dice, shuffled, offered cut. Devin chose first and is starting off with terraforming. Gravy would like to join me, it seems. Nope. Okay. And we are adding our new field spell from the Odion strategy. And we're going to follow that up with a Fiendsmith Engraver effect from the hand to add. Of course, the Lurry follow-up. Straight into Requiem, into Lacrima. Seemed like that was a Lacrima summon from the hand. And Lacrima is going to Simply Foolish another Engraver. Okay, so now we're going to Requiem equip to the Lacrima, Contact Fuse into a Necro equip. Ooh, and now we can send the new Anubis card to search the man with the mark, and this will trigger Necro equip to draw a card. Looks like we drew into one of our traps. We can now, of course, shuffle back Lurry to summon Engraver from the graveyard. And we're going to nib here just to keep that Caesar from hitting the field. Makes sense. Activate our new Odion field spell. Grab a card from the deck. Didn't quite catch which Apophis trap that was, but surely it's the one that searches the other. And then we normal summon the man with the mark, which will then search, I think, Temple of the Kings. Yes, indeed. Or Treasures of the Kings, is that what it's called? I forget which is which. There's some configuration there. Ignition effect of the field spell to grab a circuit. And then circuit on summon is going to banish the Nibiru from deck to search. There's the Temple of the Kings. Okay. All right, looks like we're going to make our Silhouette Rabbit with, I think we must have turned that token into a Link Spider, and then the Link Spider in the man into Rabbit. Now we've got our Apophis the Serpent and the other Apophis trap to Contact Fuse into the new, I believe that's the Circuit Fusion, that on summon will set traps back from the grave. Or does it set one from grave, one from deck? Something of that nature? Whatever's going on here. Oh, there's the original embodiment of Apophis. All right. Okay, it must add to hand on summon, and then as an ignition effect, it'll reset. Okay. Okay. I'm still learning these cards, guys. You'll have to forgive me. All right, well, we've got 4 in the back row, 3 face down. We got our Rabbit. We got our Temples. We got our Contact Fusion. 5 now. 4 set in the back row. Okay. Not seeing any hand traps on the side of Devin, so we are relying heavily on that field presence. And it looks like we're going to start off with Pot of Extravagance on the side of Sam. This is going to be met with Verdict of Anubis. It will negate Extravagance, and I believe also pop the nib and burn for 15. Now we're going to normal summon Volcanics. This is going to be met with a chain link of a couple of our traps here. This is the one that summons and then sets, and then I believe that other one is the one that summons and then negates a card. Of course, attempting to negate the Volcanics here. Now, Volcanics is going to crash into the circuit to get its effect to search. And Ponix. Or actually, no, Volcanics... I forget what Volcanics does in Destruction. I think it summons OG Garunix. And or maybe he's not playing that. And then Ponix is going to grab Sanctuary, which, of course, Ponix can special summon itself because a fire monster was destroyed. So now we can go ahead and activate Sanctuary. That's going to be met with this guy. And then Rabbit is going to pop. And then that's Scoop phase. We did not have the gas to gas through that. And an impressive first showing from the Odion strategy here, that's for sure. Oh, no, that wasn't a Link Spider. There was something else that we made with that token. Not sure I recognize that one. All right, so siding here. Obviously, on the side of Sam, it's interesting because the back row hate you're bringing in is, like, I see the Harpies there. You're going to want to, you know, you're not bringing in the Lightning Storms because you're expecting that, you know, you're probably going to pick first here. So your back row hate options are limited. You're going to more or less try to prevent Devin from getting to the back row in the first place. But otherwise, I think you're just going to stick to your typical Fire King game plan. On the side of Devin, considering you're on a Fiendsmith version, I doubt you're siding Shifter for matchups like this. Board breakers aren't crazy good against Fire King. Yeah, I'm not really sure how well you do going second in this matchup or what you side to respect it, but I guess we'll find out. It is possible that you side out the Fiendsmith Engine for Shifter in similar cards. That's not out of the question. But yeah, your Molcharmies aren't going to be very good. Your Nibiru. The Veiler and the Imperm and the like can be okay if they don't open Kieran. So we will see. We will see what kind of board Sam puts up and how Devin's able to play into it. Looks like we opened Lurie. We opened Droll. I don't think Droll's... Lancia. Imperm on Ponix. Kieran target... so there's that. Yep. What does Lancia accomplish here? Wow, we opened everything, man. We got the Garunix, we got the Kieran. We do have Droll to prevent Sanctuary from getting... Or does Sanctuary place Island or does it add? It must add. All right, but we do pop another Kieran with Garunix. We're going to go ahead and make our Sunlight Wolf and Ponix into Anima to add Kieran back from grave, it seems. And now we're likely going to see a Promethean. Yeah, Sanctuary places Fire King Island. Okay. Promethean's going to revive Kieran. And now we have a Link 4 play into Hita. And we pass over. In the standby phase, Ponix returns to the hand, and we're going to go for Trapped Opening play from Devin. Add an engraver, discard Lurie, which we unfortunately opened, but that's all right. Hits the field. Promethean is going to target Hita and Lurie. And now we have some triggers here, I do believe. It looks like we're choosing not to do them. The new... What is the new field spell called? Is it Palace of the Kings? Is it Mausoleum of the Kings? What is that called? New Odion field spell. It is Treasures of the Kings. Okay. Well, in the time it took me to look that up, the Fire King blowing up the board interactions was enough to get Devin to scoop. So clearly, as we can see here, not a crazy fun time playing into the Fire King board on the side of Odion. But we do have the ability to choose to go first in Game 3. Now this is where Sam can choose to bring in the cards like Lightning Storm that are only good going second. Have a bit more back row removal options. It's interesting on Devin's side because going first into this matchup, your list post side, your Game 3 40 cards probably looks just like it did Game 1 because I can't imagine. I mean, I guess you could be playing different Dimension Ground. That's a possibility. You could be bringing in like different Dimension Ground to set, either search it or set it off of Lord of the Heavenly Prison. We could see something like that. Yeah, that's probably about it. I definitely think, even though he's going second, Sam... It's hard to say whether I give the leg up to Sam or Devin, because I think Sam has more options in his side deck for this matchup, but Devin's on a trap deck and he's going first. There's just inherent advantages to that. And once again, we're going to start off with Tract. Opening Fiendsmith Engine, basically all 3 games here. This Lurie will turn into a Requiem. And let's see... Oh, we will Ash the Requiem effect to summon. Okay. Accidentally revealed that we already had Temple of the Kings, but we do play Treasures of the Kings, which grabs us a search on activation. Setting one of our Apophis trap monsters. Probably don't need to shuffle your deck that thoroughly after every search, Devin. Let's see. Looking at the hand, I can't quite get a great angle. I think I see Droll. It might even be 2 Drolls and our Temple of the Kings. So we're not in an amazing spot. It's possible we just pass here. And it looks like that is what we are doing. Oh, yep. Kieran summons itself. Ponix hits the grave. Garunix comes out, pops Kieran from deck, pops field spell, grabs Skyburn. Out comes Ban with the mark, who is going to grab Verdict of Anubis. Oh, okay, so this was, we attempted to leave main to force the Kieran. Okay. And then we normal summon man. I see. Okay. This makes sense. This makes sense. That was kind of a heads up play on Devin's part. That forced a ton of interaction, which also basically gave you the ability to play. You're going to go into SP, banish the Garunix. We did lose our field spell, but I think overall it was all right. All right, we're going to summon one of our Apophis traps, which sets the other one. And it looks like we're going to go straight into battle phase and attempt to beat over the SP. We beat over the SP. Ooh, I think I see Harpy's Feather Duster in Sam's hand. As well as, of course, that Skyburn. Not sure I can quite make out that middle card. It might have been Fire King Island. Okay, we're going to go Skyburn. We're going to chain the Apophis Trap, and I believe that is the one that negates in a card at summon. Oh, it's Sanctuary. Okay, so there's the HFD. Verdict. Negate. Sanctuary. I wonder, was that one that he just activated the same? Is that not once per turn to negate a card on the field? It's Apophis the Swamp Deity, right? No, it is not once per turn. Okay. So that's what happened there, negated Sanctuary. We're going to go into Dark. Dark is going to grab SP. Into Promethean. Promethean revives Ponix. Ponix is going to search Fire King Island. And we're going to change role in response. Not sure if that's relevant at this point. Well, I guess no, it is. We can't Island to search again. Looks like both players are down to no cards in hand. What do we have, Sam? Gonna make Hita and pass. Okay. And I don't think another Garunix hit the grave. No, I don't see another Garunix in grave. So we're hoping that the Hita just gets blown up to grab a search, I think. Or it's just there for a Promethean target. I don't know that any of those continuous trap monsters can run over the Hita anyway. So if Devin wants to advance this game state, he is going to need to commit to an extra deck play, which is going to trigger Promethean. I didn't catch the card we drew for turn. Seems like we've given our extra deck to our B player. And are considering our options. Yeah, we definitely we need to be careful here because Fire King Island will be live in the sense of it can search next turn, so Homeboy can definitely play if he so chooses, but we do go ahead and play into the Promethean Princess. Contact Fuse into the circuit. I believe that's that one anyway. What is our play, Devin? What do we got here? He keeps going back to that circuit. I'm guessing it has a graveyard effect. Let me see if I can pull that up. That is Divine Scorpion Beast of Circuit, right? No, it does not have a graveyard effect. Oh no, it's because that's Divine Serpent of Apophis, isn't it? Also does not have a graveyard effect. So I don't know what we're hemming and hawing about here, but I totally get it. Because we are in a tough situation. Okay, so we opened Statue of Anguish pattern, which we set, and then activated the turn it was set, applying the effect of Temple of the Kings. So we do have the option of, I believe both those are level 4, so I do think that a rank 4 play is in the works here. Or a Link 2, of course. Okay, we're going to go into Moon in the Closed Heaven. I don't know what's happening here. Are we going into Moon? Okay, so we're going to go into Rabbit. We've committed to a play. Rabbit effect is set. This isn't bad because we can set a trap, and then in Sam's draw phase, if we play a third of the one that negates, we can summon it, negate Sanctuary, and then use Rabbit to pop Fire King Island. Which will also get rid of the Promethean. All right, Sam, what have we drawn? Is it the play? All right, so there's the trap, which that is not the one that negates. You know Sanctuary protects Island, right? Okay, and then we're going to negate Princess and Island. I'm pretty sure it's other than itself. I don't think it counts itself when it negates. I think you fumbled the bag here, dude. But that also, I'm realizing, invalidates my previous thought of negating Sanctuary with it. You do need the other one first. You could have popped Promethean, right? But yeah, it looks like we used Fire King, popped our Promethean, grabbed Garunix, Garunix summon itself, Garunix pop from deck, pops Volcanics. Volcanics is then going to summon the original Garunix. Okay, so we do play it. Now we have a rank 8 play available. Looks like we're going to go into Yang. Destroy everything else. Looks like we top deck the new Anubis, discard it to search, grab Man. Oh, and then we can shuffle those back to summon it. That's right. It has that summon condition. Looks like we can crash. And that will trigger some effects here, if I'm not mistaken. Because it had one material, it can summon one, and I think Garunix also gets to summon itself. Yeah, so there comes Kieran, and then there comes Volcanics. And now out comes Garunix. Garunix can then pop from deck. Considering Ponix. Looks like we go with Arvata. No, we go with Ponix. Okay. Go with Garunix. Okay. Oh, we want to... why are we popping a Garunix with a Garunix? Or is this the add-off of Volcanics? I don't know. Whatever. Point is, we've now have an Volcanics, an Arvata, and a Garunix with Island and Sanctuary. And Devin has a Man with the Mark. I mean, you know what you're up against. Oh, you got the monster negate from Arvata. That's going to complete. I think you're cooked. Because Arvata is just going to take care of Man. I don't think you have any live graveyard effects, at least that I know of. Yeah, there it is. There's the fist bump. Hey, well played. Well played. It was a good match. Couple of, low to the ground control strategies going at it. Usually I love watching that gameplay. I love watching mid-range slash control a bit more than I like watching combo. I mean, I like watching combo too, don't get me wrong, but I think mid-range decks and control decks are mint. All right. One more after this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace.